Any YouTuber wants it, you can come get it. Jake Paul, Logan Paul, any of the Pauls, I don't care.
Leading up to the KSI versus Logan Paul and Jake Paul versus Deji fight, which is something the world has just never ever seen before. I mean, I thought KSI versus Joe Weller was one thing, but there's a whole new level. Everything from the initial call out to the multiple press conferences to the diss tracks, it's all been internet gold, leaving the world in anticipation of what will surely be the biggest event in internet history. First off, I know what you guys are thinking, I'm definitely not Michael McCrudden. Now he's on a plane right now, headed to Los Angeles to do some interviews with some of your guys' favorite Hollywood stars and YouTubers. Seeing as I'm a mega fan of all four of these YouTubers turned fighters and have been watching this story since day one, I thought I'd bring you guys a little video breaking down some of the key things you need to know about it. What's going on, guys? My name's Azzer, filling in for Michael McCrudden. Please let me know who you're cheering for in the comments down below. Also, you guys can find me over on the second channel, Famous Entertainment, bringing you news stories, versus videos, and top fives. I'm trying to get that channel going, and yeah, alright, let's get into this. Coming in number 5, we have the main event, KSI and Logan Paul's intense training routine. Both KSI and Logan Paul have been training super hard for the upcoming fight, and in the last few weeks, the two boys have opened up about their training, showing off some of the ways they've been getting prepared. Now I know they've shown off their training before in videos and stuff, but not like this. In these ones, you really get to see like how they're sparring and how they're gonna fight. When looking for some of the ways the two of them have been training for the fight, I found out that both of them are training with pro fighters. And not only train physically, but they're learning about the mental state you need to be in. While fighting with one of KSI's trainers, he was taught about how you need to know your opponent and see what their fighting style is like, as this gives you an advantage, almost like having a mini-map in Call of Duty, so you know what to expect. One of KSI's trainers at the moment who's really been helping him is pro fighter and kickboxer Michael Venom Page, better known as Venom. He's who's been teaching KSI that a fight isn't just about your skills, it's also about your mindset. When it comes to Logan Paul, I know he's had a few different trainers, so is KSI. The only trainer that I could find by name that Logan's actually used though is Floyd Money Mayweather, and of course he was training at the Mayweather gym. Now even though this is the only trainer I could find by name that Logan Paul has been training with, there are actually videos of him with several other trainers. I've actually gotten some clips of him knocking one out in a sparring match this week. Now when it comes to sparring videos, KSI actually just released a training video to try and show his fans, how far he's come with his training, and he didn't quite get the response he was looking for. From his fans, of course. Honestly, I watched the video though, and I don't really think he was doing that bad. Needless to say, all these boys have been putting in hard work, well, with the exception of Deji, bringing us to number 4. All that kid does is play Tekken. Coming in number 4, we're gonna be talking about Jake Paul and Deji. You guys have all seen the pre-show, right? Now KSI has big plans and wants to go on to become a professional boxer. On the other hand, his younger brother Deji, well, no one knows for sure what his plan is, but it sounds like he's got pulled into some online beef. And just going along with it because he certainly knows that a beatdown will get him some views. We all remember the confrontation that took place in an LA park where Jake was ready to fight Deji just for the hell of it. He didn't look so tough then, did he? Here's a clip from a video, it's pretty hilariously titled, Confronting KSI's Little Brother in Person.
You wanna box me now? You wanna box me
talk
right
the
now?
Talk, walk the walk.
So Deji was looking like a pussy then and kinda has ever since. His trainer Vidal Riley reportedly dropped him, and then at weigh-in he was looking, well, the same. He always has. Check out this meme, it's pretty funny. It's you versus the guy she tells you not to worry about. Deji Jake Paul edition. As for Jake Paul, his transformation has been pretty impressive. I mean, hey, I'd be afraid to fight Jake Paul. I think McCrudden would be afraid to fight him as well. That man is just a monster. Coming in the number 3 spot, we're gonna take a look at the boys' background and training. In terms of fighting, well, it's kind of interesting to see how they got to where they are now in regards to, fighting each other and all that stuff. All of you KSI fans most likely know that he was a gaming YouTuber for the most part, playing FIFA and Black Ops 3. KSI also has the Sidemen, a group of other YouTubers that he's friends with. They all live in a house house together. You know, it's pretty much like FaZe, but they all live in the same house. Well, KSI and the Sidemen used to make soccer challenge videos, and for a gamer, goddamn, KSI was a beast at soccer. As for basketball, well, not so much.
Not bad.
When it comes to KSI being an athlete, he's mostly played soccer, but he's really good at it. Also, he's likely been in some fights, most notably the KSI vs. Joe Weller fight, which he won, making him the champ of YouTube boxing. Moving on to Logan Paul, he grew up wrestling, and in the 8th grade he had to wear a full helmet when he was wrestling because one summer he had fractured his skull on a trampoline. All throughout high school, Logan was on the wrestling team, making it as far as state championships. When his coach was interviewed about him, all he had to say was positive things.
He's very coachable, he's a leader, he's tenacious, he just doesn't stop. He's a very, very smart wrestler.
Logan has been in over 400 matches and is an all-around athlete. There's nothing this dude can't do. Similar things can be said about Jake. He wrestled alongside Big Bro Logan. As for Deji, the only time I've ever seen him act tough were in his reaction videos.
Well, you know the story because this is before their fest.
Okay, you know what? It was alright. It was not bad. Alright, nice one, Michael. You only pissed me off with the bit where you said I live in my brother's shadow.
I mean, I'm not trying to be biased here. It's just the proof's in the pudding. You can go watch his channel. You can see, he'll tell you he'll f you up on camera when you meet him one night in a park. Coming at number 2 is the long-lasting beef. Leading up to the fight, all 4 brothers have been ruthless in their jabs at one another. They've insulted each other's parents, talked about the size of their manhood, made diss tracks, and done impressions of one another. One would think this has been beef that has long existed, but I'll have you know that once upon a time, KSI and Logan Paul were actually friends. I kid you not. Logan's actually been friends with Rice, Banks, and all those guys. Like literally the entire clout house that now wants to kill Logan Paul and Jake, they were all boys at a time. In fact, KSI made a video where he showed texts from Logan where the Paul brothers were gonna go to the Super Bowl and were texting KSI in a friendly manner.
You texted me, don't you remember, bro? Did you forget that we said we were gonna meet at the Super Bowl? And then you texted, I think I see you. Then you proceeded to take photos of random black people.
It appears that the beef only really started when KSI called out the Paul brothers following the Joe Weller fight. Finally, in the number 1 spot, we're gonna take a look at the betting odds leading up to this big event. That's right, you guys can actually place some money on this. When first announced, KSI had the higher odds, as short of 4 to 9, while Logan Paul had his as big as 7 to 4, making KSI the favorite. At the time of this recording, the bookies are still in favor of Logan Paul, placing him at 4 to 6 and KSI at 11 to 10. Meaning that those in the know, they're pretty confident that KSI is going to walk away from this as the victor. As for Jake and Deji, well, it isn't even a comparison. The odds are 1 to 4 for Jake and 11 to 4 for Deji, basically saying that Deji doesn't even have a chance in hell. The fight will be streamed on YouTube, but it will cost you $10 to be a part of the tens of million other viewers tuning in to watch these 4 YouTube heavyweights compete. Place your guesses down below. Also, let me know if you're going to be tuning into this fight. I sure as hell am going to be paying that $10 to see one of the 2 contenders get the smacked out of them. My name's Azzer. Thanks for checking out this video. Be sure to let us know down in the comments who you'll be rooting for. If you guys have been watching the second channel, Famous Entertainment, you know I'm the host over there, and I'm rooting for the Pauls. Also, I just want to let you guys know I've got big plans for that channel, so make sure you go subscribe, and thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.